another documentary, I guess. Bro in Sweden got the entire series in one video, so I'll lock it in.
So I'm going to show you how we shoot, and I have a special target. Okay?
Bro, what the fuck? He wants beef off the jump. He said it's gotta be stacked, nothing else. That's wild wicked, bro. What the fuck?
Shoot.
Is that more disrespectful than taping the skeleton on somebody's? I mean, taping the picture of someone's face in the skeleton. This might be more disrespectful because this dude's alive in person, seeing this shit happen. Face shot, chest shot.
I hate guns. I'm actually Cain, former pro footballer, turned influencer and extreme ultra athlete. Life's good now, but where I grew up, I could have easily turned to a life of crime. If you're raised in some of the world's toughest neighborhoods, what lengths will people go to in order to survive?
Oh, this dude be all over the world with this shit. Heard you, Ashley Cain. I'm about to tap in with this dude.
To find out, I'm traveling to some of the planet's most hostile places.
What the is going on?
To meet those who have chosen a life of extreme criminality. No judgment, no agenda.
Really want to kill someone or blow them up?
To do that, I'm gonna have to win their trust and get deep into their world. I may not condone what they do to get by.
10, 20, 50.
But by walking in their shoes, can I at least understand them?
This dude is lit, bro. I saw him hitting that little two-step. Yeah, this dude is lit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would fuck with his vibe.
I never thought of Sweden as a dangerous place. In my head, it's a
You'd have to ask Swede. I would have no idea.
peaceful utopia, home to IKEA, ABBA, and total football legends Zlatan. But over the last decade, this once-chilled country of almost 11 million people has developed a deadly reputation, becoming the gun murder capital of Western Europe.
Yeah, from what y'all told me, bro, and from what I've seen, Sweden is absolutely fucking nuts, bro. Being able to buy grenades for next to nothing, all types of shit is so insane. All the murders, the drill rap, this shit's crazy, bro. Like, when I first thought of Sweden before all this shit, bro, I never would have thought of nothing like this in my existence, but here we are.
In the UK, I hear a lot about young men and knife crime. But in Sweden, it's all about guns. Why is it so crazy? I want to find out who the people are behind the violence, where they get their guns from, and whether it's possible to escape such a life. It's day one, and I'm in Sweden's capital, Stockholm. I'm here to hook up with a photojournalist called Mike.
Mike,
Hi, Ashley.
good to meet you, man. You okay?
Good to meet you. I'm good. How are you?
Not bad, thank you. How's your day been?
It's been good. I work as an office manager by day, and at night time I document crime scenes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Feel like Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. You could say that. Yeah.
Bruce Wayne by day, Batman by night.
Sure.
And, you know, because you documented these crime scenes, what's it really get like around here?
Right now, we are at the beautiful part of Stockholm. This is the part that almost everyone knows of Stockholm.
Yeah.
It's usually not what I see when I go around.
Most nights, Mike chases blue lights to post reports on shootings. If anyone knows what impact this violence is having on ordinary people here, it's him.
It started out as a hobby. I started taking some pictures of crime scenes when I had the camera around me, and now I'm here 6 years later. Over the years, it's changed from being a hobby to more an obligation for me, because people are counting on me to give them information and publish pictures.
Out here where I live at, there's a guy who does that too. What's in his page? Sidewinder Photography. This dude be at everything. Every fire, shooting, everything else. He got all the pictures, all the information. He's actually more reliable now than the local news networks are.
About what is happening in their communities.
Yeah.
It's also a way of showing the ones in charge, the politicians, what is happening in the society, and
How'd you have the same car as this dude?
how this is affecting our communities.
So, what is the problem?
The problem is that we have a big increase over the last couple of years
That's
in
wicked.
gang-related violence. If we go back in time, when we spoke about gang violence, it was usually the motorcycle gangs that, when they wanted to commit a murder, they took each other out in the forest and they did it quietly and without affecting third party. To where we are now, where people can shoot someone in the middle of the day. And that's a scary development, if you ask me.
You know, being a crime reporter, what are the worst kind of things that you see, you know, doing your job around Sweden?
One of the worst things is actually a shooting, a murder where I previously lived, where a man in his 20s got shot.
And this was on your doorstep?
Yeah, this was like 50 meters from where I parked my car.
That's insane. Talking about Einar is crazy, bro. This shit's so wicked, bro. He mentioned it. It went from biker gangs to a bunch of foreigners, bro, trying to assimilate, bro, being plugs. Crazy.
It was quite chaotic at the scene when I arrived. There was a lot of people trying to find the ambulance and the police in desperation for trying to save their friend. So it was not one of these moments when you pull your camera straight out and you start taking pictures. You have to take a step back and just evaluate the situation.
Did this particular young man have any family?
Yeah, he had a family. I think he had a sister that I think was around the crime scene, and I can't even imagine, you know, going there to find family members being shot dead.
It's devastating.
It is.
You were saying about, you know, the sister being at the scene.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Do you
bro.
think that she would speak to me?
Good question. I think she wants to tell her story about what happened, but many people are afraid to speak up because there can be repercussions for family members as well.
And I don't have the same car as him. I don't know what kind of cars y'all drive, but one thing I can say, Subarus are the most reliable vehicle I've ever owned. I've had, well, actually, I don't know. I got a Chevy Cruze right now with 190,000 miles on it. My brother drives it. But I've had Ford, Nissan, Chevy, Jaguar, Subaru. And right now, Subaru's held down for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Subaru the best car by far. I fuck with this journalist just because of that shit. Dude made a smart decision. You spend like 40,000, you got a car for like 15 years, as long as you just take care of it.
Mike says it'll reach out to the young woman to see if she'll speak to me. Thanks to him, I'm beginning to get a sense of the impact these shootings are having on local communities. But I still don't really know who these gangs are. So to dig deeper, I'm on the way to meet Lulu, a civilian investigator who works with the police.
Lulu, what's going on? Ashley, lovely to meet you, brother.
See you.
Understandable, it's mad close. You know, every brand whose name is German. I mean, Germany's what? There's a land bridge that links Sweden and Denmark, right? So you can literally drive to Germany from where you are. So I can imagine transporting cars from Germany to you is easy. I say you got every kind of car here, so it's different. Like, within a 20-minute drive from me, I can go buy any car from a Maserati down to a Prius, you know what I mean?
Thank you for coming here today. I'd like to say that, you know, when I thought of Sweden, I was kind of shocked to find out, you know, the true reality of it here, you know, how dangerous it can be.
The brutality that we see today, like the number of shootings and explosions and murders and attempted murders that we have, it's shocking. I think it's shocking for everyone. And they don't have any like care of who they're hurting, injuring, killing. They don't care.
Have you got anything that you can show me to give me like a bit of an idea or kind of prep me of like the kind of things I'm going to be seeing, the people I'm going to be meeting and some of these incidents?
Yeah. This is from a shooting. This is chat logs in Swedish.
Okay.
That we managed to retrieve when we took the shooter's phone. The victim is a 15-year-old boy, right? Sitting in a sushi restaurant like this. And the shooter is outside the door. And he writes to the guy that orchestrates everything. He says, bro, he's sitting inside and he's going to eat. Should I take him in there? Like, should I shoot him in there? Yes, bro. Shoot him in the head, empty the mag, bro, till it ends. Yes, he will die, bro. I will guarantee you 200,000 crowns if he dies. And then he answers with a heart emoji. So what happened was he stood outside for a bit, a couple of minutes, and he just walked in and he shot him in the head. As you can see here, Ashley, what he writes to his friend afterwards, like a couple of minutes after, he laughs and he says, one shot, one kill afterwards.
Was Sweden always like this, or is it something that's, you know, spun out of control in recent years?
Sweden wasn't always like this. Sweden was not even close to like this. And we saw a change, I would believe, 2014, 2015, I would say.
Okay.
That we started to see young men in gangs start to rival with other young men in gangs, and it just progressively got worse since then.
In those times, 2014, 2015, what do you think the main catalyst was? Why was there that explosion in this culture?
I mean, it's a good question with a lot of different
Drill
answers,
rap.
you know. We have it.
Drill rap, bro. It's not even it shouldn't even be a discussion. I'm surprised that music hasn't been mentioned more in these this is the third documentary I've watched on Sweden now. It's all the fucking drill rap. They be out here disrespecting the fuck out of each other, bro. It's crazy as hell.
Massive migration from underdeveloped countries all around, like Eritrea, the place that my father is from.
Damn.
The migration started early in Sweden, in the mid-1960s, with more like we had an economic plan, and those families had a place within the system because they came for work, and they also came from the southern parts of Europe.
So, what's the difference now with the people that are coming over?
Right. Today, it's a different type of migration totally. It's migration from countries that are exposed to political instability and war, and those countries are, compared to Sweden, very, very different. and Sweden hasn't had the capacity to help them with the things they need help with.
The infrastructure, yeah.
Exactly, to make them a part of the broader society. And it's hard to compete with people that was born here,
Yeah.
with all those privilege that we have that was born here. And they come from underdeveloped countries. So then now they want to compete, obviously, for the jobs and stuff like that, and they don't have access to the same things.
You know, one thing I kind of don't get though is like, cause I know a lot of my homies is foreigners. They're from Jamaica. They're from Cape Verde and shit like that. It's like the people who run the government in certain countries, they also have to put in the funding and the initiative to create work and employment that's opportune for people. Like, you can't try to convince some 15-year-old kid with holes in his shoes. I get it, but I mean, at the same time, if there was like more jobs and whatnot, I paid a lot of money, it'd be different. Like the job I just quit over there, bro. You know, they're paying foreigners, you know, 90,000, 80,000, 100,000, $110,000 working Monday to Friday, bro. The real American dream. No funny shit. Like, I got a homie that worked there now. My son Dante, bro. He builds like the chips for computers and like phones and whatnot, like the chips like these. He builds it at the job I was just at, bro. No funny shit. Like, it's a great job, and almost everybody who works there is Indian, they're Sri Lankan, they're Pakistani, they're Chinese, whatever else like that. But I mean, I don't blame them for wanting to adapt, bro. They ain't want to be there. With all due respect, bro, like their parents are the reason why they're in that situation. You feel me? Like, yo, like let's say like perfect example, like I hired a lot of Irish people when I was working up in Saratoga Springs. Like most of them didn't want to come here, bro. They wanted to stay in Ireland. You know what I mean? And like now they're in a country they don't want to be in. Where even though like obviously you know like a lot of people like myself personally, like, I'm half Irish. You feel me? Like there's mad foreigners out here and shit like that, bro. Then people don't want to be here, bro. They want to be somewhere else, bro.
They end up segregated.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. You see all these folks out here like, shit, when young bulls see me out in the street, I'm wearing all the Louis Vuitton. I got a nice car, bro. You feel me? I got money. I'm lit. They be asking me if I'm a drug dealer and shit like that. I'm like, nah, bro. I hustle hard as fuck legally for all my shit. You feel me? And their dads don't be believing me. I'm like, bro, I haven't touched a drug since I was like 19. I'm 28 now.
Areas, these families. And they start to look around and say,
That's the thing about this, right? $4,000 windbreaker, $1,000 t-shirt. You feel me? Like, my sweatpants is like $800. They be like, oh my God, he's lit. He's like, he got to work, bro. What's up? What's up? Put me on. I'm like, bro, I don't sell no drugs. I go to college, go to trade school. That's what I be telling everybody, bro. We trying to convince everyone either go to law school, medical school, or go be an engineer. One of the three of those.
how can I attain social status? How can I attain money and dominance and be something in the world?
Yeah.
But they don't have access to that in a legal way. So they start to explore what other ways are there. But it's not the older ones that becomes criminals. It's their kids.
Under 15? Under 15 is
Seems
iniquitous,
social
bro.
deprivation, a lack of integration into society, along with simply wanting to earn big, is driving young men in these communities into gangs.
Yeah, because like even out here, like the dude who killed Pop Smoke, bro, only got 3.5, 4 years in prison. You feel me? That's Ali. Heard you. I remember this.
But I still don't get how that leads to the insane kind of crimes that I'm hearing about.
So I'm in the car now on the way to meet a guy called Taggy, who lives in a city called Gävle.
Taggy arrived in Sweden aged 13 after serving 3 years as a child soldier in Eritrea. And although he thought he was coming somewhere safe, it didn't turn out that way.
Heard
I
you.
have been living here since 2011. This is traditional suburb place where majority of people who live here is from Africa. So it's a lot of Somalis people, Eritrean, Senegal, Nigeria. I didn't know their language at the beginning, and it was really hard to communicate with Swedish people because I didn't know their culture. In my culture, the men of the house have to like bring money, but here in Sweden, you know that there is some opportunity for the Swedes, but we don't have that. And the only opportunity we have is drugs.
By 17, Taggy was a major drug dealer for a local gang. It seems like to me that, you know, Sweden welcomes immigrants with open arms, but it fails to integrate them. And does that kind of breed, you know, this environment that can lead to trouble?
Absolutely. It was difficult to relate to Swedish people because they wasn't open enough for people like me. So you sort of accept that we are not the same. We can't be friends.
Yeah.
I had a picture in my mind, you know, that Sweden will be the paradise, you know, the perfect place where there is no problem. We found out that it's not like that.
Taggy tells me that he soon went from dealing weed to burglary to make quick cash. But this came with almost deadly consequences.
I haven't been in this street since that day, actually. For me, you know, it brings a lot of memories. The reason I took you here, you know, 2017, my life, it completely changes in this place. Basically, I get, you know, information. There is a house here with a lot of cash. So we plan to go inside. There's two guys, they came out, they asked me what I'm doing there. I didn't answer them at the beginning. I was like, this is street, everyone can be here. And we start like fight. At that time, I had a revolver with me. I didn't want to use it at the beginning. Then, you know, 2-3 minutes in it, I get mad, I shot him in his legs. I went to jail and prison for 6 months. Then a big change happened when I was in prison. I realized that, you know, the time go really slowly. How could I like waste all that time outside? I wasted nearly 5 years just doing nothing. I came to my senses that it's not worth it.
Do you regret what happened, you know, on that evening?
Honestly, no. I am somewhere relieved because it changed my life. You know, if I wasn't sentenced, I went to prison, I think today I will be criminal until today.
Yeah. Bro, do you ever think, what if you'd have killed him? That have impacted your life, but also, you know, that man's got family, he's got people around him. Did you ever think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Today, every time I think back about that day, you know, I think about his family, what trauma he have been through. The bullet, they couldn't take it out. It's actually still in his leg. So, you know, he will be affected for the rest of his life.
I mean, you're young, hungry, and broke, bro. You feel me? It is what it is, man. I'll say that's just life. When you hungry and broke, bro, you get pushed in some nasty corners, bro. Then you uncontrollable. Especially a young kid. I'm grateful I was able to do my thing outside, bro, and get this some money because if I was 16 and fucked up in a foreign country, bro, I have no idea what I would do.
Today I can change that, but the thing I can change is me.
When you meet Taggy, you can't help but like him. But I can't seem to get past the part of him shooting somebody. An innocent somebody. And not only did he shoot him, but he felt victimized that the guy wondered why he was there. I'd wonder why you were lingering outside my house. How do you expect the guy to feel? Your men like Taggy are just foot soldiers, though. Dig deep, and the lucrative drug trade is controlled by serious organized crime groups, or OCGs. To fully understand why, I need to talk to somebody who's actually in a gang. So, I hit the streets. But no luck. Gangs are infamously difficult to infiltrate. My only hope is to find someone who can get me an in. I've heard about a mixed martial arts gym where local lads hang out. It's here I got my first break.
Sweden has one of the lowest reoffender rates in the world. They get money for free by our government. It's not like the U.S. Bro, yo, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Everyone get free money out here, bro. Yo, like a lot of them, what's good, Yagami? Like a lot of the migrants who's coming here, bro, from South America and Central America, they was getting more money from the government than I was earning a year legally at one point, bro. I don't really know what you want me to do with that information. Yeah, I don't really know what you want me to do with that information, gang. Yeah, I ain't talking about you though, you feel me? Like, I meant like all the folks from like Venezuela, Ecuador, like mad spots like that coming over here, bro, and it's getting the crazy. Like, bro, I remember when that EBT card was found in New York City, bro, and it had like a $5,000 bounty. Question. Were you somebody who was getting like $10,000 a month from the U.S. government? I don't think you were, bro. Especially if you out here hustling the way you are right now in my comments. People was out here finding EBT cards with 4 or 5 racks on them. They was staying in nice ass hotels, getting all types of free money and shit, bro. I'll say they was getting the COVID stimulus package, bro. No bullshit. I get it. I grew up in straight poverty, dog. You feel me? I get it. Shit, you been here for 10 years, bro. You're not Venezuelan no more, bro. You're American. Stop saying that shit. You American, gang. You been here for 10 years, bro. That's probably half your life or a third of your life.
Not the kind I was hoping for.
Go to law school or medical school, bro. I'm in law school now. Yep.
You can feel my rib. Spot tight there. Oh man. It's quite normal, but yeah, it's brutal. Yeah. Kör igång, ställ undan. I popped one of my ribs. You can feel my rib. It's quite tight there. I'm struggling to breathe and talk right now. Yeah. It's not good. Oh man, life.
While dealing with the pain of a broken rib, I get word that an OG or gang leader wants to talk. It's finally the breakthrough I've been looking for. After a quick medical check and a...
I get it. 100% get what you're saying, bro.
dose of painkillers, I'm on my way. I still can't get my head around how young some of these gang shooters are. I'm hoping this guy Jamal will be able to tell me how they're recruited.